Today we are going to teach how to make an automated general ledger. This video is perfectly for you. Remove this from this pivot table fields. Don't want the negative values, then just select the accounting format. Same sub account slicer, you can select the sub account. If you need the main account slicer, for example, if you just need the main account, then press OK. So there are basically three main accounts listed over here right now. Hello everyone, this is Mohammed Arslan and you're watching our YouTube channel Accounting Hunters. So today we are going to teach how to make an automated general ledger. So if you're an accountant or you have a basic know-how about the accounting, then this video is perfectly for you. You can create a journal entry automated ledger. So you just need to pass the journal entries in your journal entry ledger and it will be directly updated to your ledger accounts. Your here journal entries statements like 10,000 rent paid for current month and 50,000 paid as an advance rent. So we're just going to use the basic values, not we're going to make it on the advanced level. We will make a separate video for advanced level. So right now we're just going to learn how to create a ledger from using the journal entries. I'm going to make a journal entry ledger. So what do you need in your journal entry format? Date, account. So I'm going to write sub account and then main account. After main account you might need description and then debit and credit. So a debit and credit is actually for accounting terms that debit is for money in and credit is for money out. These values I'm going to create a table for these values. So press Ctrl T. I'm going to remove the filter button by using this. Uncheck the box. So here you need to enter the date, here is sub account, and for a little bit formatting I'm going to press the merge across option. Over here we are going to write over here the accounting hunter. You can write your company name. So the first entry is 50,000 rent paid for current month. I'm just going to use 10,000 rent paid. I'm going to use that over here 10,000 rent. I'm not going to make the advance entry over here. So the next one is office supplies. Third one is we are basically going to enter cash entries. This I'm just going to enter the sub account names over here for your understanding. The first one is cash. As you can see, the rent is paid in the cash. The second sub account will be rent. The third sub account will be office supplies. Fourth sub account will be received 45,000 against the previous. We're not going to enter the previous values over here. This is for the advanced students. Furniture worth. Okay, so just enter the 10,000 for the furniture. So furniture is also a sub account of the asset. Third one is equipment costing 50,000 purchased by the company. Out of the total amount, 30,000 was paid. We're not doing the next one, so we're going to use the basic values. Equipment costing 50,000 purchased by the company. So I'm just going to use the word equipment, or we can use the word machinery. Why I'm not using the advanced values? Because some of you don't have exact knowledge about those advanced entries. And the second one is we're going our basic purpose in this video is to learn how to create the ledgers by automated ledgers. So later on we will discuss all those advanced entries in another video. So the next one is equipment costing. We have mentioned that machinery account that on the 30th April provided services worth. Okay, for the services you can also enter the services name if you have the exact services name. Otherwise you can mention the services. Actually services is a sub account of the income. And the next one is stationery purchase. So I'm going to write over here the stationery. and after that receive 15,000 from the customer. So actually you have sold some items to the customer on the accrual basis. I'm not going to enter the accrual entries over here. I'm just passing the cash basis entries over here. The next one is received balance amount. It's about the accrual electricity bill. So electricity. Next one is telephone. You can also mention all these as the utility expenses. Okay. So these are the basic values we're going to enter. So all these are the sub accounts. We're going to create a charts of accounts. I have created a separate charts of account. In the sub accounts over here, you can see this is a main account of the sub accounts. In the sub account, I'm going to paste all those values that we have copied from here. So these are a few basic sub accounts. So in the front of sub accounts, you need to mention the main account. So this will be done by yourself, not by any formula. You cannot create any formula to extract the values from here. So cash is an asset, rent is an expense. You need to mention all this by yourself. You must have the know-how about the basic charts of accounts. So I'm again writing over here the main accounts so that we will extract all these values by using a VLOOKUP formula. And office supplies are the expenses. This will goes to the profit and loss account. Furniture is an asset. This will goes to our balance sheet account. And a machinery is our asset. This will be goes to our balance sheet account. Services rendered are the income, so this will goes to our profit and loss account. Stationery is an expense, so this will goes to our profit and loss. Income and expenses are goes to the profit and loss account. Electricity is also an expense and telephone is also an expense. So if there is any amount or anything that is purchased for the resale purposes, those will be entered as a cost of goods sold. So right now there is nothing that will be purchased for the. So I just mentioned away inventory or material is just for. So material will be entered as a cost of goods sold. Now let's go to the general entries, and I'm going to create the drop down list over here. In the sub accounts, go to the data validation tab, select the sub account call cell, go to the data tab, select the data validation from the data tools. Maybe the pop-up messages are not select the list values, and now select the range from where you are going to select the sub account. So here is a sub account range, and press enter. Press OK. Now you can see here is a drop down list. So you can select whatever you want to select. Here is a sub accounts. So for the main accounts, I'm going to create a VLOOKUP formula. So let's just zoom it. I'm zooming it off for you. Now we are going to create a VLOOKUP formula over here. VLOOKUP. So what we are going to search, we are going to search this sub account, press comma. What is a table array? So table array is a charts of accounts. So we are going to select it from these two accounts, C and D column. Press comma. What the column index did you demand in the return? So I need the second column in return. Press comma. So press exact match or press 0 if you want the exact match, and press enter. So for this not applicable error, you can see the error is due to as we have not entered any value over here. So if I entered any value, for example, if I have entered the rent, you can see its main account is an expense account. So I'm going to write if error so that this error message will not be shown to us if there is nothing in the main in the sub account. Press if error in the start, and then at the end press call comma, and then inverted commas, press close bracket. Now you can see there is nothing error in this cell. Now just drop it down, Control D. You can change their name. So here you want to enter in description. These are to debit and credit. You can change its format. So I'm just select this one. Go to the home tab and select accounting values for those. Okay, so by using our entries, the first one is 10,000 rent paid. So rent paid in the cash, two accounts will be hit in this. First one is rent, that will be an expense. The second one, it's paid in the cash. So okay, the cash is not shown in this sub account. Okay, it's on the top. Now select the cash. Cash is an asset. Main account will be auto filled right now. So you just need to enter the sub account formulas. The first value is on the 1st of January 2023. I think it's in the April. Okay, so I'm going to enter the April values. 2023. The description, I'm just writing over here rent paid. You can press the Ctrl D to drag the values down, and the rent paid is 10,000. 10,000 is the debit value, expense debit, and the paid in the cash, so cash is credit. So just enter the 10,000 as a credit value. Now press the tab, so the next value will be selected from this table. I'm going to write the second entry on the 2nd of April. On the 2nd of April, I assume that the office supplies are purchased for the 12,500. So office supplies are mentioned over here. You can see it will be auto filled expense. The main account will be auto filled right now. So office supplies purchased for the 12,500. Now press tab. So if the office supplies are purchased in the cash, then you need to select the sub account as a cash, and the next I'm just going to drop it down 12,500 in the next cell. So this is mainly about the double entries. So how you enter the double entries. So if you have a basic knowledge about the double entries, then this video is perfectly for you. You can easily enter the double entries and create the general ledger for your small business. You don't have to pay any amount to any of the software companies. It's easy for you to create a Google sheet by yourself or the Excel sheet by yourself. So third one is on the 5th of April, they received 45,000. So we are not going to enter the previous entries right now. We are going to enter the furniture purchase for the 10,000. So let's go over here on the 6th of April. They purchased a furniture. So you need to select it from the drop down. Okay, you don't need to enter any value over here. Select the drop down, select the furniture, and the main account will be auto selected. Furniture, you can enter the table or the chair, whatever you purchased. Table purchased. I'm going to write over here $500. So if it's paid in the cash, select the cash from the drop down list and just drag the description, write the 5,000 in, sorry, 500. So the next one is I'm going to randomly pass an entry at the 10th of April for purchasing the material. So material, entered a sub account with the name of material, that will be a cost of goods sold. So I'm just going to write over here 20 units purchased. And 20 unit, each unit costing $5, and you have purchased for the $100, and you paid in the cash. So hit cash again, drag it down, write the $100. Okay, in the next one I'm just going to write at the 4th of, sorry, at the 15th of the April, we have sold 10 units. Out of 20 units, we have sold 10 units. We will going to create a separate video for the inventory management. Right now I'm just going to enter the double entries so that you will be able to understand the cost of goods sold as well. So for example, he sold each item for $7 and he sold 10 items. So if he sold 10 items, he must receive the cash. So if you receive the cash, you are going to enter the cash sold 10 items or 10 units at $10. So over here you can enter purchase 20 at $5 each. If they sold the 10 items at the $10, then they must get the $100. And what will be the credit? Cost of goods sold, material, cash, whatever we are going to credit. We are going to credit the income as we have generated the income. We are going to credit the services or the sale, whatever you have mentioned for the income account. So here the services for the income account, drag it down. So actually selling of an item is not the services item, it's the sale, it's a separate sale item. So right now I'm just mentioning the services. I think we should create a separate sale account over here so that it's not create a mess on it right now. So sale item, we need to check why the sale item is not mentioning over here. So right now I'm using the services item. Later on we will check why it's not updating over here. So $100. So the one more entry you need to pass for your selling item. So I'm just entering one or two more entries. Stationery expenses, purchase stationery for the office. You can also write the office supplies. I'm just writing over here the $150. And if you paid in the cash, you need to select the cash over here. Okay, so these are the basic entries, general entries. I have passed 5 entries. So now we are going to create a pivot table for where we are going to understand how to create an automated ledger. So let's go to pivot table, select the table design, select anywhere in the table, select the table design, and now select the pivot table. From here, go to the insert tab and select a pivot table. From table range, you can select the from table range and select the new sheet, new worksheet, press OK. So now we are at the new worksheet. I'm going to change its name. We will write its name as a ledger over here. Now select on the top pivot table this chart. You can see over here at the top right side. So from the left side, we're going to extract the date if you need. First of all, we need the main account that will be at the top, and the second one we need the sub accounts that will be the second number, and then we will need the description that will after the date, and the debit and credit will be in the values. Okay, so the third, now what you need to do, you can see over here there is a rough data that is extracted from our table. So now I'm going to do some formatting for this. So we are going to do some formatting to this pivot table, pivot data. What we need to do, just go to the designs tab. If you want to change the colors or formatting, whatever you want. I'm going to select this color format. You can select any other color if you want. So if you change its name, I can select the ledger. So you can change the name of the sum of debit or sum of credit to just like debit or credit, whatever suits you. So the next thing, we are going to select the pivot table designs, and then select the report layout, show in the tabular form. Select the show in tabular form. From here, just minimize. Okay, so now you can see here is a main account like assets, liabilities, assets, expenses, and the liabilities. All the main accounts will be mentioned over here, and the sub accounts will be mentioned over here. So for the assets, you can see cash is an asset, furniture is an asset. So both of these assets are located over here. And the third one, material, is in the cost of goods sold, expenses, office supplies, rent, stationery, all these are the expenses. So all these are the shown in the expenses account. So if you need the date format over here, you can select this column, otherwise you will remove this from this pivot table fields. So now we are going to insert a balance column over here. So to insert a balance column, you need to select the pivot table, pivot chart, select the pivot table analyze options, select the fields and the items, select calculated fee. So now what the formula we are going to use? We are going to use this debit and then minus the credit, then we will get the balance column over here. Select the debit minus credit and press add. Okay, so now you can see over here this is some of the field 2. You can change the name. I'm going to change its name as a balance and press OK. Okay, the balance is already exist. Okay, so I have just used the name balance 1. So you can see all the balances of sub accounts as well. The sub account, this cash balance is negative, so we are going to change its format. You can select, right click from here, number format, and go to the accounting and then press OK. You can select the currency as this negative format if you want, then select OK. This will be in the red values if the values are negative, but if you don't want the negative values, then just select the accounting format, simple, it will be in the black format. So the second thing, now we have created a automated chart. Over you can see the debit and the credit balances are same, so the balance is 0 for ledger accounts. So right now I'm just going to create a slicer over here to check the values, how to insert the slicer. So you need to just go to the insert tab, select the slicer. So if you need the just sub account slicer, you can select the sub account. If you need the main account slicer, for example, if you just need the main account, then press OK. So there are basically 3 main accounts listed over here right now. The assets, if you select the asset, you can see just the total balance of the assets. If you select the cost of goods sold, or if you select the expenses, you will get the all expenses balance along with their sub accounts. So if you need, this is how you will use the automated ledger accounts. Now if you need another slicer for your sub accounts, you can also create. To delete the slicer, just select this remove option, then all the accounts will be activated. I'm going to select another slicer from the insert option for our sub accounts. So just press the sub account, press OK. You can see all these sub accounts are listed over here. So now whatever, if you want to just check the cash count, here's a cash balance 23,250. In the negative furniture, you can see the furniture is the 500 with the debit balance. Over here it's the positive balance. Material, office supplies, rent, stationery, whatever. If you need to check all these accounts one by one, you can use a slicer. So let's go. Now we will make a next video. If you want to learn about how to create a trial balance by using the automated ledgers, then subscribe our channel, like our videos, and subscribe to our playlist so that you will be easily get our next videos. Thank you.